Welcome to another episode of NFL Catch-Up, a recap of the opinions and analysis from national experts across the NFL podcasting landscape, delivering you a weekly catch-up of the most interesting takes from around the NFL. We drop NFL Catch-Up every Friday morning all year long across the major podcast platforms. You can find us on X at NFL_catchup. We're also available on YouTube and on the web at NFLcatchup.com. Let's dive into the biggest performance from this past week, where the New York Jets finally snapped their 5-game losing streak with an impressive 21-13 victory over the Houston Texans. Aaron Rodgers showed why he's still among the elite, throwing for 3 touchdowns and 211 yards while completing 22 of 32 passes. But the real story was Garrett Wilson, who made what might be the catch of the year. A jaw-dropping one-handed 26-yard touchdown grab in the fourth quarter that proved to be the game winner. Wilson's incredible body control and concentration on that play exemplified the kind of talent that made him such a high draft pick. Shifting our focus to an interesting quarterback situation in Indianapolis, the Colts made the decision this week to bench Anthony Richardson in favor of veteran Joe Flacco. This move really highlights the delicate balance between developing young talent and competing for wins. Richardson, who was selected 4th overall last year, has only started 10 career games, including 6 this season. The numbers tell the story here. Richardson attempted just 393 passes in college before entering the NFL, and that lack of experience is showing up on the field. While Flacco isn't a long-term solution at age 39, his 2-1 record in 3 appearances with the Colts shows he can still manage games effectively. Looking at an emerging offensive powerhouse, the Los Angeles Chargers seem to be hitting their stride under new head coach Jim Harbaugh. Justin Herbert has been absolutely brilliant over the past 2 games, showing elite accuracy while pushing the ball downfield without taking unnecessary risks. His mobility is also improving each week as he distances himself from that early season ankle sprain. The ground game remains a work in progress, ranking 27th in rushing success rate, but there's real optimism that coordinator Greg Roman's proven track record will help turn that around. An interesting development in Baltimore, where the Ravens made a move to bolster their passing attack by acquiring wide receiver Deontay Johnson. Through 7 games this season, Johnson has shown he can still be productive, hauling in 30 receptions for 357 yards and 3 touchdowns. This addition gives Lamar Jackson another legitimate deep threat to complement Zay Flowers, who has established himself as their number 1 option. The timing feels right as Baltimore sits at 5-3, with all 3 losses coming by just 1 score. Out in Seattle, Geno Smith continues to silence doubters with his stellar play. Smith currently leads the NFL in passing yards with 2,197, just edging out Baker Mayfield's 2,189. What's particularly impressive is Smith's accuracy. He's completing nearly 69% of his passes this season. While his touchdown-to-interception ratio of 8-7 needs improvement, his ability to move the chains and lead the offense has kept Seattle competitive at 4-4. Looking ahead to this weekend's matchup between Jacksonville and Philadelphia, all eyes will be on the Eagles' passing attack against a vulnerable Jaguars secondary. The Jags have struggled mightily against the pass this season, particularly with poor safety play that's led to numerous big plays downfield. Given Jalen Hurts' improved deep ball accuracy this year, this could be a major advantage for Philadelphia to exploit. The Jaguars' defensive woes are further complicated by their offensive struggles, as they'll be without Christian Kirk and potentially star rookie Brian Thomas. Some interesting developments in the trenches for Jacksonville as well, as they recently traded starting left tackle Cam Robinson to Minnesota. This reshuffling means Walker Little moves into the starting role, a player who's never really been a Week 1 starter by choice in his career. This could be a crucial factor against an Eagles defensive front that's been generating consistent pressure all season. The Chargers' defensive front 7 deserves some attention, particularly the play of Poona Ford. While his run-stopping ability has been well documented, his pass-rushing impact has been somewhat overlooked. Ford has been consistently generating interior pressure, creating favorable one-on-one matchups against guards and centers. He recently notched his first sack as a Charger, And based on the consistent pressure he's generating, that number should increase significantly in the second half of the season. Finally, let's discuss the impressive connection developing between Aaron Rodgers and rookie receiver Malachi Corley for the Jets. While there was a tough learning moment when Corley dropped the ball before crossing the goal line on what would have been his first NFL touchdown, the chemistry between these two is evident. Rodgers is showing increasing trust in the rookie, particularly in crucial situations. Thank you for listening today. We would kindly ask that you rate, review, share, and subscribe to NFL Catch-Up. Remember, we drop every Friday morning all year long across the major podcast platforms. You can find us on X at NFL_catchup. We're also available on YouTube and on the web at NFLcatchup.com.